Hello and fuck cape shit. Welcome to another Shittywebcomics Weekly, brought to you by our Subscribe Star backers. Donate and become Paper Pig in order to support us and to hear the secret truths that unironically other people are working to prevent you from being told or from finding out about. Just getting back into Booty Royale, of course. Perhaps the most important secret truth of all, Booty Royale.
Booty, 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 Royale.
Gee, yeah, boy. We're getting into the last one was smashing tits with watermelons and smashing watermelons with tits. So
Throwing
she's
watermelons at women's chests so that they double over in horrific pain. It's just so worth it to see them drop
to
their
her knees
in
anguish. Yes. So she was challenged to smash a watermelon with her tits on TV, on some humiliating game show or some goofy morning show in Japan or whatever.
It's again one of those things that you can't do in an American show. You'd have a lawsuit on your hands immediately, and the woman would be crying on TV about how she's like never been so fucking degraded.
She was traumatized. She would make up stories where they put a gun to her head or something.
She'd start just straight up lying about all this stuff.
She'd be just a lion-ass hooker. But anyways, apparently one of the conditions of her winning is like if she smashes the watermelon, she gets to sing, and she wants to be a singer.
Yeah, that's actually her real ambition. Her actual, we didn't even go into that because it's so unimportant. Because also, it's this is another thing you can't do in an American show is make her the butt of a fucking joke.
Yeah, making your cute female, your cute heroine, just basically constantly a fucking point of mockery, a laughingstock. That would be seen as another form of legal rape, if you will. Except, of course, it really isn't.
Except, well, most especially now is that it's not even legal in America.
Yes.
You can have your entire career ended.
Yeah, mocking a female character, let alone a woman, is borderline illegal in America.
Although what's worse is fucking doing that in the first place or apologizing afterwards, thinking that it's going to help you.
In the US of A, which, as we all know, stands for the unholy sodomites of faggot anal rape. Anal rape being one word, of course. Anyways.
And of is its own fucking acronym.
Yeah, the O in of stands for of, and the F in of stands for faggot.
And then the A in America, the A in US of A stands for anal rape.
Anal rape, as a singular word, compound word.
That's from the fucking one of the Manosphere websites that I used to find. It was one of the particularly angrier Manosphere websites.
Much more trollish one. It was called the Women's Blog, wasn't it?
No, this was something else. That was the Women's Blogspot blog was somebody else entirely different.
And by women's, we mean WIMMINZ, I think was how it was spelled.
Because he refused, because a woman is a female adult, and there is no such thing.
It never happened. Complete and total fabrication.
Refer to them as women's.
Yeah. What was that other one? I don't know. You know what?
I don't remember the name of the site. It was like Angry Man or Angry fucking.
I thought it was the Women's
Blog or some shit like that.
That came up with that. But I just remember they basically had written off America as like an enemy country already.
Yeah, I think they lived in America though.
They
lived in America, but yeah, they considered America to essentially be a subverted nation, which they might have had a point.
Maybe there's something to it. But yeah, they talked about America the way that the way that Israel would talk about the Nazis is like some horrific place that is a risk to all living creatures and needs to be completely eradicated in all forms.
Needs to be eradicated to such a point that even the country that managed to defeat the Nazis needs to be subverted and destroyed from within. Oh, that's That's really weird,
What are
though,
the
isn't it?
chances? Yeah, that was what the people on that blog thought. Anyways, that was their opinion.
Yeah, I think it was one guy. I don't even remember.
Yeah, and
I
perhaps
don't remember.
they can be entitled to their opinion.
They might
Perhaps
they might be entitled to their opinion because they might have a point.
they
But
could.
the one thing that definitely stuck with me that entire, I think it was the same guy who would do the fucking image macros where it's like, look at this picture of a hot woman that wouldn't even piss on you if your fucking teeth were on fire and would laugh at you if you got your dick cut off and stuff like that.
Yeah, like if this woman saw you like gut shot and bleeding to death in the street, she would laugh and walk away, even if she was your last hope for being able to survive, and it was up to her to call 911, something like that. And it was just very dismissive of the idea of any woman having any sense of morality.
It was the early, and this is from like 2014. This is a very long time ago now.
It was I think a little earlier than that too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his blog existed from before that, but that's when I started reading it.
I mean, almost closer to 2008 is when some of the shit was. So it's like that's how ahead of the times it is, considering.
Yeah, all the fucking faggots on Poll who are still trying to white knight. They end up wanting to become these people.
They're all they're the comic. It's funny how it took this long for that comic of the Mexican guy who fantasizes about the white people are all racist, and he fantasizes about the evil white woman who keeps him on a leash, and he's aroused, and so he matches on Tinder with some white woman. She's just apologizing for being white the whole time.
He's just hoping she's going to be wearing the fucking rebel flag bikini as she steps on him and keeps him on a leash. And then the entire fucking date ends up just being, I'm so sorry for being white, while he's so disappointed in her.
That's everyone on Paul, is they want to worship the white woman so much, and they weren't really aware. That's why that comic didn't exist 10 years ago, even though it should have. It was more true back then than it even is now, to some extent.
I mean, it's even worse. Honestly, if anything, that comic is not really fucking. It's kind of missing the mark a little, because it's really worse than. This is not about your fucking personal fetish. This is also one of the things that I used to cover on Feminism Backfiring.
Yeah, back in the day.
So it's just all these fucking twats would show up in DMs or in the replies of being like, "You want to fucking manipulate me and make me dress the way you want." Well, I refuse to, mister.
You want to rape me and breed me.
Masturbatory feminist fap fodder.
Yeah, it was and again, that's almost 10 years ago, and that was unironically the meme of, you want to plunge your throbbing manhood into me and breed me and turn me into your personal breeding slave. It's like, what? What's wrong with you?
But again, that's fucking something that people are only now starting to notice.
We both actually used to get that on Tumblr, and it's like, I would just be like, it was the worst thing of all, because they wanted to be degraded and insulted, and so I would just say, I don't want to talk to you. No, go away.
Yeah, that was the thing, is like, my blog is like about men's issues. It's like, here's the risks that men face in divorce court, and here's what parental alienation does to children and their fathers.
Women would send angry, in gigantic sneer quotes, DMs being like, "Oh, you just want to rip all my clothes off and stab me and cut my throat and rape me as I'm dying and bleeding to death." And it's like, hold on,
Wait,
average woman on Tumblr.
I don't want to do any of those things. Yeah. What do you mean?
Hold on a second. Completely average woman on Tumblr.
And by woman, you mean like a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah, which is even worse.
Feminist her entire life.
Yeah, it's like, first of all, get off the internet. The thing is that they would be anonymous, of course, so you can't even tell what they are. But it's just like...
Well, it's a gay guy who just hates women so much, he's hoping more people will hate women as much as he hates women.
That's best case scenario, and there's only a 1% chance of that. 99% chance it was some completely delusional, or rather average, broad. And speaking of which, speaking of delusional, average broads, Yeah, this chick wants to be a singer, but the thing is, she already sang on TV once, and she was so bad, everyone was just trashing her. And it's like, even the guys are saying, we can't let her succeed. They'll cut the feed. Yeah,
they want to make money off of her by fucking having her show off her fucking nude form.
Yeah, they just want to sell her. They want to sell her to porn because she'll make money that way. In fact, they established in the very first chapter, way back, that she was losing them money because she just wasn't very popular, and people just wanted to see her nude because she was boring otherwise.
She's a boring fucking woman.
She's a flat-chested bore.
She's a flat-chested bore minus the flat-chested.
Yes. But he mentions 6 kilograms of tit. It's like having dumbbells on your chest 24/7. And she says, boss, say that again. Your tits are 6 kilos total. That's a lot to carry. It's like giving her an idea of how to use the weight in her tit weight, for her advantage in this challenge on TV.
Titty meat.
And yeah, it pays off in that chapter. And so again, if you want to find out, it's called Booty Royale. That's the American translated title. It should be pretty easy to find if you want to go read it. But anyway, so that's that covers this part. There'll be more in the next part. So if you want to check that out, make sure you're still subscribed, still hit the bell for still notifications. Donate to our Subscribe Star. You could subscribe to our YouTube channel, of course. We've normally,
got so many more videos behind the fucking paywall. Just the entirety of our fucking.
It's like the channel. Library of Alexandria on our Subscribe Star right now, compared to.
All these
unironically,
showing up and being like, "How can you claim such and such did so and so?" It's on our Subscribe Star.
Yeah, all the evidence has been on our Subscribe Star.
Diary.
All of it's on.
It's a video so that we don't have to remember.
Yeah, it's the Grail Diary of the internet, not just of YouTube, but the entire internet.
Like the Library of Alexandria of Grail Diaries.
Yes,
it's so much more important than just one Grail Diary.
Yeah. And all of that is just on our Subscribe Star and nobody else's. It's kind of tragic. But the stuff that Kiwi Farms and even PPP is afraid to talk about, that's the real truth, the biggest lol cows in history that all of them are afraid to touch or even acknowledge or show the evidence of. We got the straight dope, the inside skinny, or whatever the frig. We got all the news, all the information, deep dives. Lots of content, lots of just classic, fantastic, and even the gameplay footage that we use in the background of most of our videos is great original gameplay footage of us goofing around in VR and shit.
We record the video footage just so that it can be background data, so that if you're actually watching the fucking video, it's like, oh, look at this neat thing that's happening. In fact, if anything, I think if we put maybe a little too much importance into that, you got to make sure to not have subtitles go. Don't read the subtitles. Listen to what we're saying. Yeah. But there's some really great footage. There's some really enjoyable.
Yeah, because it's stuff in gameplay footage that you don't see even anyone else do in gameplay. The VR stuff, the stuff we do in VR is where we're really just goofing around in VR, even without the gameplay's audio, which you don't really need. Just shows some really funny, goofy stuff. So
we're playing what was it? Gary's Mod in Coop.
Together in VR, and that's very fun. That's a lot of fun just to look at without any audio.
We try and do that a lot, actually. A lot of Coop games.
But there's side scrollers and stuff. Yeah, we played a bunch of side scrollers, Coop, some old NES games where we're just save scumming with save states all the time. We don't give a shit. Playing in slow motion for battle.
I'm not going to fucking put in the work to become good at these games.
Because it's just background footage, so it's not like we're playing the games authentically. But at the same time, we are also a bunch of videos we made of us playing Resident Evil 6 Coop, which is wonderful game. But also
Wonderful.
with us having totally beast meated that game out.
We
So we
also
got
had some footage. I think the
infinite
video already
ammo and
went up
shit.
of Resident Evil 5, Coop.
Yeah, I think that's a long time ago. You know, we could stand to make some
There's either
new Resident Evil
Mercenaries
5s.
mode or something, because
I don't think
I
we've done that in a long time. There's not footage of that, but there's a lot of RE6, which actually makes for great footage. I finally was able to start recording in 60 frames a second, too. I used to not, just because the video files would be gigantic and a pain in the ass to manage, and it was a big
they
drain
don't
on my
record
system.
too
But
well.
now
I
I
mean,
have
we
this
had older
complete
computers
fucking...
that couldn't really manage that as well.
I have this absolute mega Zyber rig that Arxelay basically got for me, so I can make better gameplay footage. So that the videos on our Subscribestar, the video aspect is great, and of course, as mentioned, we're talking about all the stuff that everyone else is afraid to talk
We're
about.
doing better videos than some people whose entire profession is YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And we're just doing this as a hobby.
We're just doing this for fun. And we're not spending a lot of energy on it, but we
Imagine
are...
being a real-life lawyer
yes.
and being outdone by two people on fucking welfare.
Welfare food stamps were fucking stealing money from homeless people at this point. But so that we don't have to steal money from homeless people, donate to our Subscribestar. But yeah, imagine
You're helping to keep the lights
imagine
on.
that a real life lawyer has regularly lost arguments to us. I mean, that doesn't really even necessarily speak to us, because in that case, it's a pretty low bar. But if you want to know more about that, again, our Subscribestar, perfect place to there's like 20 videos of proof of that, essentially. And that stuff is just top notch. Some of our best fucking videos. And that's either going up when you're listening to this, or maybe still yet to go up. But plenty of great stuff before then, too. Just so much. Even thinking about it from me, thinking about the videos we did, it's like, oh man, they're so great. I wish it's sort of like that picture of Kanye looking at the picture of himself and just smiling and being like, wow, I wish I could... his greatest regret in life is that he can't go see himself perform. And it's like, yeah, that's I very much relate to that.
Except that we can see ourselves perform. It's called fucking internet.
We can just watch our videos. Wow.
It's called a video.
How lucky are we? So yeah, if you want to see the YouTube equivalent of Kanye West,
unironically listen to our videos again.
Yeah, I've done that too myself. So if you want to see the discussion video, white man video essay equivalent of Kanye West's music,
doing it like a white man.
Yes, with an ISO
file of videos.
Yes. If you want to see that, donate to our Subscribestar. And again, you get more videos of these of us reviewing comics and that kind of shit. Most likely a big compilation video of us doing this series all together. Wonderful. It's just so many wonderful things. I can't even describe them all, because there's hundreds of thousands of wonderful things about donating to our Subscribestar just for subscribers. And all I can really do is list a few thousand. So, yeah.
A mere few thousand.
Yeah, so become Pay Pig on our Subscribestar. The court is civilized, isn't it? Pig. Pay Pig.
Pay Pig.
And for everyone else, though, should have listened to Shitty Webcomics.